In this second video, I want to introduce what is core to the essence work, which is the relationship between personality and spirit. Essence work is like a bridge that goes from what we know and how we exist day by day through our personality, and what does it mean embody spirit, integrating spirit into everyday life? What is the connection between personality and spirit? How can I travel and move between different dimensions of my reality and experience? Now, I know that spirit seems to be something very abstract to most people. So before I actually go into this relationship, I want to read you a brief quote. When you examine the lives of the most influential people who have ever walked among us, you discover one thread that winds through them all. They have been aligned first with their spiritual nature and only then with their physical selves. Albert Einstein. I read this because in this last century, the connection between spirit and survival and day-to-day life has become over and over so much more clear. Neuroscience, quantum physics, all the new discoveries about DNA. So when we talk about spirit, we don't talk about something abstract, we talk about something extremely concrete. They asked Buddha at some point, what is the truth? And the answer that Buddha gave is what works. Which means spirit is about living efficiently, and even more important, is about living fully, without excluding anything. So the essence work is about, on one side, recognizing how spirit manifests in a unique way in each one of us, and at the same time realizing that this manifestation is often hidden behind personality, which is like a blanket, based on survival, that does not allow to experience directly all our potential. So we use the personality as a door into essence. We take every issue that appears in the personality, every so-called problem that appears in personality, and we go into it. We look what is behind this. For example, what is behind my greed? What is behind my jealousy? What is behind anger or competition? What is behind my need and desire to be seen? And what it has to do with spirit. So we look at the oneness that each one of us is, the oneness of reality, rather than splitting between matter and spirit, or good and bad, or personality and true nature, and so on. The methodology, the fundamental methodology that we use, is self-inquiry. And self-inquiry means learning to ask the right questions and to be open to what appears as we ask the right question. Perhaps at times we might not be particularly content with what appears, but for sure what we see is that there is a very clear connection between personality and the themes that appear in personality and the issues, and our possibility to embody, to integrate, to manifest our spiritual nature. Self-inquiry is an invitation to spirit to manifest itself, to reveal itself. So we use self-inquiry as a channel to come at the same time closer to ourselves, so you can become absolutely intimate with everything that you are, and in the same time to discover what is the relationship between this subject, this individual that experiences everything every moment, and all the objects of our experience. What is the relationship between anger and aggression and strengths, for example? How can we own all of it? So another fundamental aspect of this work is inclusiveness, the capacity to include more and more and more of what we experience and of what we are, and all the feelings, sensations, thought forms that are generated by our moment-to-moment experience. In the Essence series, we have some basic qualities that we explore and reconnect with, and they are will, strength, loving kindness, peace, which has to do also with power, and joy. And then we have some specific, what we call vehicles, which is particular resources that allow us to travel in the spiritual journey and also in the embodied day-to-day journey with extreme efficiency. The diamond guidance, the pearl, the authentic self, until we go to the experience of the absolute, which is the inexpressible.